I built my first gaming PC with zero experience. Since I didn't know how to build a PC and I had no experience, the first step was actually picking out the components and doing some research. So after everything arrived, I was actually ready to start building.
So starting off with the case, I came across the Sahara Gaming P480 case. I really like its design and features because I thought it was high quality. So let's see what's inside. So the package seems high quality since it protects the tempered glass. And yeah, this is the case. It is pretty big, so that's what I like about it. This also means that you have a lot of space for your cable management and you also have room for your components, so this is just great. Right now the next step is setting up my workspace and slowly start building. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that.
So since this is my first PC that I'm building, I went for a budget PC. It cost me around 700 bucks for all the components plus the case together. Alright, so this is the motherboard. It's the Gigabyte B450MK.
I got this motherboard as it's compatible with my CPU, and it does look pretty complicated, but the first step is you have to put it on the box, and after that you have to open up the CPU. This is the Ryzen 5 4500. It's a budget CPU. I think it's the same CPU they use in the PS5 and Xbox, but I might be wrong. So in the box we have the CPU and the CPU cooler, the stock one. And this is one of the most important components. We won't actually need the cooler because I bought another one for this. And this is actually one of the easiest steps in the build. You have to be really careful with the CPU and you have to lift this lever up. And then you have to align it correctly so it has a gold triangle. And it's pretty easy. After you align it correctly, it should fall into place. And you just put the lever down. And this is it. Your CPU is installed. Next up, we have to install the RAM, and this step is so easy. You just have to find the correct slot, push it down, and when you hear a click, you know it's in. So as you noticed, I only have 8 gigs of RAM. For now, this is all I need, and in the future I'll upgrade. Alright, so now I'm gonna put the CPU cooler in. I didn't want to use the stock one, so I bought a dedicated one, and this one actually looks pretty good. It's white and it has RGB. Apparently the temperatures are quite good, so I mean, it's all you need for a budget build. Alright, so the next steps are actually really easy. So you basically have to screw this in and take the fan off so it's easier to install. The motherboard already has the slots for the fan, so you just have to get it prepared and then you put it into place and just screw it in. But I forgot to add thermal paste, so I had to take everything off and do it again because I actually thought the cooler had it and then I realized it doesn't, so I just did it again. And now it's actually perfect. Alright, so we have the CPU installed, the fan installed, the RAM installed, and next up we actually have to set up the PC case and take it to the next level. Alright, so this is actually really easy to take apart. First you take the top off, then you take the side glass panel, and yeah, you just have room to build. Alright, so this case has the power supply support in the back, so you just have to take this off. We have an accessory box right here. Right, so we have a 450 watts power supply from Be Quiet. Thing is, the cables are already wired, so I don't have to do that, and yeah, it just makes it way easier. Alright, so I'm just gonna place it right here because the next step is actually making room for it in the case. So we have to unscrew this because this is actually what holds the power supply. After that, it's really easy. Just screw the power supply back in and ready for it to be put in the case. Next up, you just have to give it a little push, and yeah, it just comes right into place, and then you just have to screw it, and yeah, as you see, it's pretty much done. So for the next step, we actually have to take the front off. It's really easy. You just have to like push back, and now we're gonna install the fans. So I'm gonna install the first one right here, and it's pretty much done. Now I install all the fans and I'm ready to place the motherboard. And I am kind of nervous because I never done it before, but everything should be fine. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It just falls into place and then you just have to screw it. Right now, we're actually gonna make room for the SSD. It has a slot on its back. For some reason, I actually got a SATA SSD. I don't know why. I wasn't really informed. I know the ones that you place on the motherboard are better. So the next step is actually like plugging all the cables in. And after we do that, we're actually ready to place the GPU. So I got this RX 6600 sent out to me a couple of months ago, and I'm gonna leave a link in the description for it, but the stickers are nice, and this GPU is actually really good for the value. It's my first AMD one, so I am excited for this. So now we just have to unscrew these brackets because this is where the GPU is gonna sit, and the motherboard has a dedicated slot for it, so you just have to push and it's in. So now we're pretty much done with everything, and now I just have to do the cable management and put everything together, and this is pretty much it. Alright, so the actual PC is now ready and we're just gonna peel this off. It's actually really satisfying and hopefully it turns on. Alright, nice. Yeah, and everything works just fine. I'm just gonna have to install the Windows on it. I'm actually so proud of myself. If I'm being honest, it seemed impossible, but it's not actually that hard. Alright, so I just installed Windows and Fortnite on it, but before we get into the FPS, I want to mention a couple of mistakes. So firstly, I should have aligned the fans more closer to each other. Secondly, the PC wouldn't actually start on because I placed the RAM in the wrong slot. Now getting into the FPS, we're actually getting about 300. I thought it would be a bit more. I don't know why. Maybe I did something wrong. Just let me know in the comments. But yeah, it's about 300 FPS. Now I am gonna test the delay and everything now. I think I get less FPS than I was expecting, basically because maybe the components aren't that compatible with each other. So maybe it's something small, like I don't know. Maybe they're just bad. But as for the PC, the delay is actually really good. I mean, I don't feel any, so I haven't done any optimizations to it. Obviously, if I did, this might be even better. Overall though, I am really pleased with how everything turned out. This was a pretty long process, so if you guys enjoy my work and what I do, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And now we're actually gonna test the FPS in arena, and yeah. So we are in a ranked match. I'm actually the highest rank, which is unreal, and yeah, the players are pretty good here, but my FPS is actually holding up pretty well. I mean, it's not too bad. It's actually like playable. What is this guy doing? He's actually solos and he's unreal as well. So yeah, these are basically like the best players I can find. Nice, that was actually really clean. And yeah, I mean, what would have changed about this PC is getting a bigger motherboard, because this one kind of looks awkward because the case is actually like so big. I should go a bigger one. My motherboard I'm using is actually a mini one, but obviously I wasn't too informed, so still, like, for my first build, I still think it turned out pretty good. Obviously I could have done some better things like the cable management inside, but I'm gonna save that for the next time when I'm building a PC. Hopefully the next time when I do, it's actually a high-end one, because yeah, I definitely need to get a new PC, like a really powerful one that I can have for like a few years. This guy just got bullied and someone else is pushing me. Nah, there's two of them. 200. Holy, that was crazy. And yeah, like I said, I'm probably gonna use this PC for like as a streaming PC, because I do want to start streaming. So if you guys think that's a good idea, just let me know, and I'll therefore do it. Because yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good PC. And also I want to try something else. So I have an RTX 2060, and I might switch the GPU just to see if I get better performance. I don't know, it's just a thought. So yeah, I mean, let me know if that would work, because maybe I can get better FPS. I don't know. Obviously I think the CPU is kind of bad for this. Like, it's an entry level one, but if I want better FPS, I should probably just get a better one. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this build, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll leave you guys to the gameplay. This is all new gameplay that I go with this PC, and yeah, I think it's pretty good. I mean, I got used to it, so yeah.
Olá, faço meu.